Year. Happy New Year. My name is Jennifer Tom.
And I'm Darlene Rample.
And Happy New Year, everybody. We are so excited to start the new year with you. We have some amazing plans for the year.
Mm-hmm.
And before we start, we're just going to make sure, every time you start something like whether it's a reset or all these things that you start the new year, technical things don't work as good. So if you can hear us, please give us a thumbs up. And also, I will check on the phone to make sure we're clear.
People, yeah.
So, how do we start the year? Darlene, do you have some ideas how we can start the year right? I am excited about this topic. How do you start the year right? Let's hear.
I have an object lesson. So, last year, just before the end of the year, I went to the eye doctor and got my eyes checked, my glasses checked, because I'd been using the same glasses for very many years, and I'm nearsighted, so I can see far away, but so in order to see close up, I just had to take my glasses off. But I was losing my glasses and not seeing things as clearly, so I went to the eye doctor, got a new pair of glasses, and it's changed my view. I can now see, one, because it was old prescription, I can see signs again, and two, I don't have to take my glasses off to read things close up. So that has just given me a difference. It takes stress off your life when you see things new, when you start the new year. So I think I'm just saying, let's put our old glasses behind us. Let's get a new prescription, and let's start 2023 with a different vision.
Darling, that is so good. That is so good. Starting with a new vision. New vision.
Yes.
I love that so much because every year I love it because it feels like a reset. It feels like a restart. Let's get a new vision. Last year is gone. Let's leave behind the things that we didn't like, the things that we don't want to carry forward, like broken eyeglasses. Well, not broken, but
old eyeglasses.
Old eyeglasses. So how do we start the new year fresh? How do we start it right? And I am excited because Grief Talk is a place where we share lessons learned through life and loss. And so today we are going to share, just the way Darlene shared, how to start New Year right. I have this question that I've heard, I've learned, is every year you ask yourself, what are the three things that you'd like? Like, what are the three things you'd like for the new year? Okay, no, let's backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
My mind is all over. First things first. First, I like to choose the word for the year. And I love that. I feel like everybody's doing it. We are all doing it. And there is something powerful when we choose the word for the year. So last year, my word was growth. And when you share with your friends or where you feel safe about how did that work, seriously, it's like, for me personally, it's like a prayer. You choose a word, you pray, it's like a prayer, and you have intention with the word. And last year for me, it was growth, and I grew. Like, seriously, I grew. I felt like a teenager.
Hopefully a young adult.
Right? Exactly. So we're going to ask, what was your word last year? And then we'll go to what's our word for this year.
Okay, I've already kind of put last year behind me. So what was my word for?
I like that. Sure. I like that, darling.
But I think it's important to review. So I did review. Yeah, right. I think it's important to review our last year and then put it away and do the new year, just like with grief, with relationships, we review and then we let go of the past. So I think last year, I think it was peace. I'm quite sure. Yeah. Last year was peace. How do I find peace? And I think I found, I feel way more peaceful than last year. Last year at the end of the year, I had just lost my mom and things were kind of chaotic. And this year I felt peace this Christmas. And so that was my word for last year. My word for next year is wholeness. I want to have everything in my life integrated. I've lived a lot of my life where I seem to have been separated. I feel like I've I'm a different person, or I'm not connected to my feelings, or I'm not connected to this or that. So this year I want to pursue wholeness. So how do I integrate everything in my life to be authentic and to be one person?
I love that. So your word was peace, and you reflected, and now that's behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And now the new year, the word
Mm-hmm.
is wholeness. I
Mm-hmm.
love that so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we just lost connection. I said it's a new year. If you reset things and things don't work, I'm not sure.
Sorry,
There we
there was
are.
our computer
Okay.
glitch.
Okay, so that is so good. So
Mm-hmm.
my
What is
okay,
your word?
before we go to my word, what okay, did you tell us why you chose that word? Because that is so good.
Why I chose wholeness?
Yeah.
Because I think because just my meditation and my reading
Mhm.
about just what wholeness is. And so I think, yeah, I just, that came to mind when I was doing my meditation and my devotions, that God wants us to be whole. And we need to be we need to be whole people to live in the present. And I work with a lot of people who are in grief and who are still tied to their past, which stops them from being whole, right? If you have one part of you that's not that's not in sync, or that feels broken, then that stops you from being whole. And if you're not whole, you can't live in the present, because you always tend to be living in the past. At least that what happened in my life is that I've lived in the past too much. So I think wholeness is that being able to look at your whole life and put everything right, because sometimes we fix one part, and then we think, oh, we're good, because that part in our life is going good, but the other part is still impacting us.
Oh, darling, thank you for sharing that. That's so powerful. So if you're joining us, please give us a thumbs up. Invite your friend to have coffee with us, because it's grief talk, and this is
Mhm.
where we share lessons learned through life and loss. And we were talking about how to start the year right.
Mhm.
And how we started is that coming up with a word. Like,
Mhm.
we all choose a word, and both of us agree it's like it is a prayer when you choose
Mhm.
a word. And Darlene's word is wholeness, and she explained to us why she chose the word. I love it. So, our friends who are watching, do you have your word for the year?
Mhm.
What is your word? So, I'm going to share my word for this year is
Mhm.
wisdom.
Mhm.
And the reason I chose this word is because I feel, remember, I'm always learning,
Mhm.
always growing, is that I need so much wisdom. When I think of wisdom, I look at my friends that I admire, that are influential in my life, and one thing that I see in them is wisdom,
Mhm.
and I want some of that. And that's the reason I chose it, because I want wisdom. I want
Mhm.
wisdom. And I was sharing with Darlene, to get wisdom, I need to clear my mind. I need to clear the clutter in my mind. Remember, we all have ants, and we have the things that come in our mind, and they tell us you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not this,
Mhm.
and that, I feel like that makes us not have wisdom.
Mhm.
So my intention this year is to declutter my brain,
Mhm. Mhm.
declutter, so that I can hear and have wisdom.
Mhm.
And because I am a woman of faith, and I get my wisdom from God, and I want to hear. So,
Mhm.
what is your word, and why do you choose it? This, as we begin the year, I encourage you, my friends, to really reflect and think about who you want to
Mhm.
become this year.
Mhm.
Think about the word for the year.
Mhm.
And I feel for us, as we
Mhm.
share lessons learned, that's how you start the year right.
Mhm.
So, what's your word? What's your word? And this month, we're just going to
Mhm.
dig deep about
Mhm.
starting the year right. The other question we have is that, what do you really want for the next 12 months?
Mhm. That's a good one.
What do you really want for the next 12 months? So, as we start the year, we're going to leave you with that
Mhm.
question. What do you really want for the next 12
Mhm.
months?
Mhm.
And next Wednesday, we can dig
Deeper.
deeper
Yeah.
about it, and really say and map it out.
Mhm.
I like the way Brandon Bachard says, it's like you have a brown paper, or whatever they call it, like a
Mhm.
calendar,
Mhm.
and draw some boxes and say, for 12 months, I want to do this. What this is what I really want. And when we talk about really want, it's not about things. It's about how do I want to show up? How do I want to feel?
Who do you want to be?
Who do you want to be? Oh, we're excited about 2023. We are just on fire for this. We're going to bring valuable life lessons from us that we've learned. We're going to bring guests. But this January is all about starting the year right. So, Jalene and I have been vulnerable. We've told you our words. Mine is wisdom, hers is wholeness. And we're going to live that this year. And the question is, what's your word? And what do you really want for the next 12 months?
Awesome.
Do you have... Darlene is, when I think wisdom, I think of my friend Darlene. She has wisdom. That's why I'm always looking at her. It's like, Darlene, do you have something else to add? So please join us next Wednesday as we dig deep but please ponder on this question. What do you really want for the next 12 months? And what's your word for the year? And until next Wednesday, please tune in, invite your friends, because this month is going to be great. We're going to bring a coach. I don't want to promise anything yet. But this month is all about how to start the year right. And the two questions we ask you, our friends, is that what do you really want for the next 12 months? And what's your word for the year? Until then, please connect with us, share our page, and we are looking
for
forward.
Upcoming events. Yeah, we're excited about what's coming up this year. We got we got a sponsorship for some of our programs. So our programs for this coming up are all half price because they've been sponsored. So we're so excited that somebody feels that our programs are worth it, and we know they are. So we want to encourage you to come. Part of letting go of the past is walking through grief and those experiences and having those tools. So we are excited to be able to offer a one-day workshop on January 26th. And then we have helping children with grief. So if you have children or you work with children, it's so important that you learn about giving them tools to work through loss. And then that's February. And then March, we have our grief recovery group. So we are so excited about what's coming up.
I love it. Please connect with us and check our website. We've got all the information there. And until next week, ponder the questions and let's talk about it. Thank you.